Hello and welcome to Getting Started with Google Vids. Today's series is all about the AI avatar. My name is Angelica Johnson Smith, your presenter. I am the Instructional Technology Facilitator right here in the district of EBR. If at any time you have any questions, please feel free to email me at anjohnson@ebrschools.org or any member on my team. Today's EBR's AI Compass video is a part of the series for Google 101. Please watch each video section or read the slides and complete the activity and questions that follow. You can go at your own pace by pausing or replaying. Be thoughtful in your responses because there are no wrong answers. At the end of this session, please complete the evaluation to receive your certificate of completion. Our objectives today are to identify the basic features of Google Vids and to learn how to create announcements and overviews as school administrators. We'll also explain how to integrate videos into daily workflow. And in keeping with the LER rubric, this falls under the planning domain, and while it's outside of the class, this will allow you to plan for PLCs, book studies, data reviews, morning memos, touch points, and more with your teachers. So to access Google Vids, just a review, it's pretty simple. You can either go to your app launcher, which will drop down a menu here for you, and you can select Google Vids. If it's not there, it's probably below the line. You can always drag it up. The next way to access it is through the Google Drive. Once you click on the Google Drive, your app launcher will come up here as well as a new button. When you click on the new button, the Google Vids will appear here, and if you click on that button, it will take you directly to Google Vids. Lastly, in the URL, you can always type Google Vids, and the first link that pops up is the link that will allow you to get to Google Vids. So today we're going to be creating our own avatar, and these avatars will help us deliver information to our teachers. This information can be information on data reviews that are upcoming, maybe disseminating data or giving data shoutouts, morning memos that you want to have them to get quick and easy, or morning announcements rather than typing. You can put it in here. Touch points and PLCs. Also, if you're doing book studies and you want to have an interactive part with any questions and answers, you can place that in too. So to create your own AI avatar, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go to Google Vids and you're going to open the Vids menu, the welcome menu. That's the very first screen that you'll see. And once you're done doing that, you're going to select your avatar and create your script. Now, your script can already be written. It can be a Monday morning memo, announcement, meetings, maybe a data review, as I said. You can take that and copy and paste it into your script. Just be mindful that each script slide holds up to 500 characters. So once you get to your character limit, you can add a scene for each talking point. Just make sure that it flows correctly. You just don't want to start a scene just because you ran out of characters. You want to start a scene because of the topic. Once you're done doing that, you select an avatar to use and save it, and then you can share your announcement with your staff. Now, for this purposes of this training, because it takes a while for the avatar to go through the script and to make sure that the lip sync matches up with what's being said on your script, we're only going to create one scene. However, you're able to create a video that is up to 5 minutes long. So if you wanted to create a series of videos, you can. So I'm going to go into the platform just so that you can see how we're going to create these videos. So again, we will click on to our waffle here and go straight into Google Vids. Once we're here and we're at our welcome menu, and that's our welcome menu here, we're going to click on the AI avatar. Once I'm at the AI avatar, of course, I always want to give it a title so that it's easier to find in my drive. And I'm going to call this The Week at a Glance. Now, if you notice at the bottom, I only have one scene here, but remember you can add here using this button, as we've discussed before, additional scenes. Additionally, you can add in transitions that will allow this to flow better. So when working on each scene to put in your script, you're going to click on the said screen to place in your script. So if I want my scene and my avatar to appear at the first scene, I'm going to click here, and then I'm going to come over to the right-hand side of my screen, and I'm going to click on the avatar button. Again, just like with Google, with anything, if you hover over it, it will tell you exactly what that button is for. So if at any time you forget, you can always hover and it will tell you what each button does with your videos. So right here, we're on the avatar. And if you look at the top, it will ask you if you want to apply this script to the current scene or all scenes. If it's very short, then you may only want it to apply to one scene because that's the only thing you're doing. However, if you're doing multiple scenes, just like I have selected here, I'm going to delete the scene now. Then it's going to ask you here if you want to apply it to all scenes or just the current scenes. I'm going to delete this last one, and I only have one scene left. And it will tell you here, scene 1 of 1. Again, this character box only holds 500 characters, not 500 words. And so if I run out of space and I need to go into another scene or another script, I can add another scene in so that it flows better. So right here, I'm going to just do a basic morning introduction from my school. And I already have it written because this is something that I would have sent out to my teachers. This is 203 characters. I do still have a few left, but I'm going to leave it right there. And it says, good morning, Heights Academy family. I hope you all had a refreshing weekend. Welcome to another week of growth, curiosity, and community. Take a deep breath. We've got a lot of productive days ahead of us. So if I wanted to put in another scene, I can. And that scene following would probably give some more announcements to my work team. So once I put my scene in here, I can go down at the bottom and you will see the avatars. The avatar that they have already generated for us, that's the default avatar. Her name is Aditi, and she has a friendly, high-pitched voice. For this one, I want to change it to another person. So if I click on or hover over change, you notice that the words change the avatar popped up. I'm going to click on it, and it's going to show me other characters that I'm able to pick that will be able to disseminate the information that I need to my coworkers. So if I click on, let's see, Samir. Samir will be the person, and then once I click Samir, I'm going to click on preview. Okay, and then right here, the lip syncing will happen after rendering. So his words and the script may not match up, but after they render it, then that's a little bit of time. Then it will match up perfectly. I'm going to click on generate, and here it's generating the avatar for scene number 1. And it tells you that it'll take a few minutes and it'll notify us when they're done. But you can always close that panel because just like everything else, this is the cloud and it's actually saving. And my avatar has been completed, and now he is able to give us that information from the script. So if we press play, you're able to see the message, and that lasted 11 seconds. Once I'm done, I can click on the share button, and from the share button, I can share with my coworkers. And I always want to make sure that they're just a viewer, and then send. Once I'm done doing that, my coworkers now have a copy of this message, and they're able to get that message, replay it over again if they've had any misunderstandings or need some further information. So I want to thank you all for joining us today for today's Google Vids one-on-one session. Please complete the evaluation here so that you can receive your certificate. You can either click the link or scan. And thank you all for attending.